This is a liquid manure product, but what's really interesting is when you work with cows and live animals, again, it's not ever standard. So that's why this system is very unique, that it's automated, that it can move and balance on the flow, because depending on what the feed is, the temperature, the daylight, will actually depend on what comes out of the cows. So this will be the freshwater side. So sitting on the pad right here is actually the brain of the system. So out of this brain, it actually controls turning on and off the pumps. It controls the blend that you want to do. It controls the flushing and cleaning of the filters. The bigger pipe over here on the left is actually our freshwater line. So that comes in and it brings the fresh water into the system. This is our manure pipe coming in here, and this is the mixing valve. So if this manure becomes more potent or less potent, you'll see this valve open and close slowly to a certain level, so that way the blend gets real time. So over here, as you can see, as the plants are very even across the top, this is very characteristic of drip irrigation, because drip irrigation has a distribution uniformity in the 90s. There's a drip line, it's 12 inches deep and 40 inches apart. So rodents can be an issue with drip irrigation. It's one of our biggest tendencies we have to look for. But one thing that's interesting is by doing manure water through the system, the rodents really don't like manure water, so they don't come in as heavily. But two is you need to clean, you have to go after it like any other management program. So when we first install one of these systems, the first thing we ask is don't pick your worst field, one. And two is pick a field that doesn't have a bad rodent problem, and then abate your rodents. Honestly, the one thing we found is we're utilizing, compared to the conventional way they irrigate their corn, we're using 1 acre-foot less of water, which an acre-foot of water is 12 inches deep over a whole acre. It's just 43,560 square feet. So it's a large amount of water. We're producing about 25% more crop per acre. So you have increase of yield, drop in water, and where we started this on the system that went commercial in 2016, to this day, they still have never used any synthetic fertilizer. So it's all using natural fertilizers that are already being produced on the dairy. So there's a cost savings, and it's also natural, which the plants absorb at a better rate.